Hey guys, this is Chris Likeness once again with Aximsite.com, and we have one more video to do with the Twitter clients. I've done Retweet and Carbon, and now it's time for Mehdoh. And thank you Nokia for the little screen cleaner thingy. Titan picks up a lot of fingerprints. So anyway, we're going to go in here and we're going to look at Mehdoh. I've already looked at Retweet and Carbon, and here's Mehdoh, which I do not have notifications set up with. I've actually got those turned off in the options right now, but they it does support notifications but not push notifications. So anyway, Mehdoh, and here we go. I have it set up in my settings to where mentions are the first thing that show for me, and as you can see, I've got plenty of mentions here. You can click on here and take you up to the top, or you could just scroll up. The scrolling on Mehdoh is pretty smooth. Mehdoh has a lot of extra options. So first we'll show you how to do just a tweet, blah blah blah, test, and I can add a picture if I want. We'll just take one here and we'll add that, and it's not giving me a space between the test and the image here, so I'm gonna try to get in there. Let's see, it's probably gonna break. Okay, there we go. Alright, and so if I want to add an person, I can type in Mike, and you see here it actually suggests people in my list. So there's @MikeTemporally, and I can add my location if I like, but I don't want to do that, and hit send. So there's just a basic quick tweet. It goes out real fast. It's pretty good. While I was actually setting up everything is where the image, or the actual image, was uploading at that time. So so I want to talk with or reply to Mike. I can bring his tweet up that he replied to me as. I can hit reply, I can favorite it, retweet it, and send from Google Mail if I wanted to share it. Here we've also got view @MikeTemporally, where I can actually bring him up and see his user information. And at this point I can actually unfollow him, which is, I don't really like that. I mean, that button, if there's no return, you accidentally hit that and you unfollow. I can send him a tweet or a direct message, and I'm pretty sure this F up here means that he's actually following me as well, which I don't believe you'll see the direct message icon if he wasn't. So anyway, I can edit and retweet his tweet, which is basically retweeting with a comment, report him for spam, save for later, which uses a couple different services, like I think Paperly and read later or something like that. But anyway, translate tweet. So you can do quite a few things there. We could just reply to him and say, hey Mike, testing Mehdoh now. And hit send. Mike's going to get sick of me talking to him because this is the third or fourth tweet I've sent telling him I'm doing a video. So anyway, you can click on the tweet and interact like I showed you there, or if you want, you can hold down here, reply. Oops, didn't mean to actually hit it. Get out of here. You can hold it down, just, you know, with the whole Microsoft Windows Phone thing. Retweet, edit and retweet, favorite, or click on his profile straight from the timeline, and that does the same thing in the regular timeline. As you can see here, up in to the left of the timeline icon or text, it shows that I've got 47 unread in that timeline. So I can click on here, and bam, I'm back up at the top. We're going to go back over here to messages, and I'm going to cover up real quick just to make sure that I don't have anything that, yeah, I probably shouldn't show you this. The messaging is not threaded, and you know, well, I don't want to show you my personal direct messages, so we'll just skip on that. Favorites, and here's tweets that I've favorited over the last whenever. So on your timeline, like I said, the scrolling's pretty darn smooth. From the timeline, you have options at the bottom to create a tweet, retweets, or refresh, excuse me, not retweet, send an @reply to somebody. Or, okay, my bad, that's the list of people that are following. This, I don't actually use this portion of the app. As you can see, right when I left it, it started to populate. You can do a search, and we'll do a search for Mehdoh, since we're using Mehdoh. And there's the results. At Mehdoh, my following followers are inaccurate, blah, blah, blah. I can actually save this as a saved search. So now, over here, you can search people as well. Saved, free onions. It actually took the saved searches from another application I was testing. And then I can search tweets, people. So if I wanted to look for Aximsite, do a search. There we go, there's Aximsite, and Aximsite is following me, and I can direct message Aximsite, test, and when I hit this, you're probably going to hear an email go off in my pocket shortly thereafter. So anyway, there's your search. Like I said on the timeline, you can look at trending options, who to follow, which I've never even looked at. Let's see who they suggest to follow on sports. And there's the email that I got the tweet, just to see, just for giggles. Let's see if that is in fact, yep, Twitter, Chris Leckness. Direct messages sent from Chris Leckness to you. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat feature that I didn't even know was in here. The who to follow. Settings, and on my settings we can do the following. We can choose which way, and there's a lot of settings here. The way we actually see the tweets, whether it be their, at Chris Leckness or Chris space Leckness, how it is, and I think I go with screen name. Font size, we're going to go to smaller. We're going to move that down and look at it. Fetch the following tweets on refresh, 50. You can set that from 20 to 200. We'll leave it there. Image host, you can pick which image host. I'm going to go with TwitPic. Show maps, we'll turn that off because I don't really care about maps. Oh, and Rowie is telling me that Mike Temporale just sent me an @reply. Automatically show links, I'm going to leave that on. Hide avatar on main screen, we'll leave that on. And there's my Aximsite account telling me that I sent myself a DM. So Rowie's notifications are coming across pretty quick. And speaking of notifications, we're going to, we'll get to that in a minute. Startup, this is where I set where mentions are come up first. And we're going to leave it that way because that's the way I like it. When Mehdoh starts, refresh the following. It refreshes the last 50 tweets for all 4 of these lines if you want. I'll turn off favorites because I don't care. Messages, mentions, and timeline I'll leave on. Live tile. You got 4 different choices of live tiles. You can do the Twitter avatar, People Hub, a hybrid, and down here it actually shows you what each of these are, or tells you what each of these are. Shows you Twitter avatar, blah blah blah. We won't go too far into that. We'll just go with the Twitter avatar, and we'll move it along. Updating. When clicking refresh will update the current column only or all columns. I go with all columns. Enable background updating. This will run approximately every 30 minutes. That's where you need to get the messages. Every 30 minutes. Only running the background on Wi-Fi is off because I've got data. So toast notifications, I'm going to turn that off and just go with the live tile. Save for later. Instapaper and read it later, not paperly. I've got that turned off right now. Location services, let's go ahead and turn that back off. Automatically geo-track tweets. So there's a lot you can do here. I can remove my account or refresh my profile. And about tells about he's on version 1.9.451. You can follow, why am I not following Mehdoh? I thought I was. And then back to general. So get back to the timeline, and I believe that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. It's a really nice app. It's feature rich. Let's see what happens when I view me. We already looked at this once. No, we didn't. On my info tab here, I can look at my tweets, my mentions, photos, which are a photo, my actual Twitter photo, which is ugly, and web. This actually shows my web page within this app. This is the web page that you have set in your actual. Can you make it any bigger? Well, you can make it bigger in there, but this is the page that you have in your actual URL block on your Twitter profile. And then we have info again. So I missed that, so I'm sure there's something else I'm missing, but right now that's pretty much all I want to show you. Pretty much, you know, like I said, Rowie is my favorite right now. Mehdoh and Carbon are pretty much tied for second. I could use any of the three of those without caring. I mean, every one of them has their own advantages and disadvantages. None of them are bad. I could get by with each one of them. So Mehdoh is here. This is a free application, by the way. Mehdoh is totally free. So if that means anything to you, that might be your choice. So anyway, my name is Chris Lightness, Aximsite.com. Thanks for watching.